Should you represent yourself in a lawsuit? I always think of the quote, whoever represents himself has a fool as a client. And I don't mean that in a pejorative way, as in you're not smart or capable. I'm sure you're very smart and very capable. But what that means is that when it's our legal issue, we're less likely to be objective, right? And it's so much better to have a third party whose feelings and emotions and thoughts are not involved in the dispute represent our best interest and guide us through the legal process. So that's one, right? We're not as objective, we're more biased when it comes to our own issues. But number two, I think the legal process can be very intricate. Even for attorneys, there are issues that come up all the time about the law and how it applies, about legal procedure. And we have to constantly research these questions throughout cases. But when you're not a trained attorney, it would be hard to research all of these issues because there's not even a basis of how the process works. Now, if the other side is represented by an attorney, that makes it really challenging because they will know what the process is and you will be at a disadvantage. And now I know lawyers are expensive. There's no doubt about it. But sometimes, depending on the amount involved in the case and the complexity of the issues, it would be advisable to have legal representation to walk you through that whole process. I will say also, if you're a company and it's the company and the legal process, companies need to be represented by counsel. But if it's just you individually, you can represent yourself. Now, if the amount of money involved is $5,000, $10,000, the case is in small claims court, in county court, where people normally represent themselves, I would say maybe. It depends. But I think it's very wise to bring in a trained professional to help you navigate the issues and really help you navigate the complexities of the legal process. So should you represent yourself? It depends. Something else I would consider is that you might be right in the facts. Your facts can be in your favor, but then if you don't know how to work those facts within the process of the law, you might lose. There are legal technicalities that the other side can use to win on. Maybe you didn't do your complaint correctly. Maybe you wouldn't even know how to defend that lawsuit because you don't have the necessary tools. So I think it's just very good to have that legal representation to help you through these things.